It's a good group.
Yeah, they really, like I said, I've been out of the couple years, but I was really impressed how well they competed with Everest.
Yeah. I mean, they were the better team in the first half.
Yes.
And then we had a horrendous fourth quarter. I thought Everest was better in the third quarter.
Yeah.
We were turnovers and Everest shot well. And we had a couple kids hit threes, which were really key. But the ironic thing is, we handled the rest of the ball.
Really, that's what I was
like, take the press and then it's more one and all or one pass that's like kind of a between two people. There were so many of those.
What I see is like
Varsity. Yeah. He looks like he's totally switched over to a 1-2-2 guy. Yeah. He's got a pretty long team too.
So now he's actually got some girls that can make one.
And Matty Fitzpatrick and all sorts of stuff. Best player in the state. He's a great kid. I'm sure she actually reminds me less, not her game, but her mannerism. Humility. Reminds me of Allie.
Is that right now?
I'm not sure if she realizes how good she is. Yeah. Nice.
Is Allie like that?
Yeah. Allie hated cocky or arrogant people. Nothing wrong with her more than, and a lot of people would talk to her and she would never say anything back. You could just see the look on her face like, I want to marry you. Yeah, nothing wrong with her. Maddie's a little like, when you want to go on? Whenever you're ready. Yeah, maybe the music goes on. So you just give me the wave. I can't tell from this, right? You're just we know if they've played a game other than Wells.
Touching it a lot, but not in between quarters. Yeah, it's an odd feeling. Want to give it a shot?
Yeah, whenever she waves me on.
I had a game the other day where one of the boys players, he might have said a potty.
Welcome to the Greeley High School Gymnasium for a varsity matchup between the York Wildcats, currently 0-1, and the Greeley Rangers, coming into this game at 1-0 on a very strange Thursday night when both teams are playing their second game of the season on February 18th. This is Brian Clement, and joining me for our inaugural tour together, Mr. John Eisenhart. Thanks for being here, John.
It's a pleasure to be back in the gym. It's a pleasure just to be outside, Brian, out of my house. Quite frankly, see some familiar faces here tonight, and excited about tonight's matchup. York lost their first game to Wells, but only by 5 points.
Yeah, and Wells was the state champion last year with a lot of returning players, so that bodes well for York.
Really had an excellent contest against Chevers. A scrimmage game, played very well, and let it slip away at the end, but played an excellent game. And here we go, Brian.
Here we go. Greeley was the 1 seed last year in the South, lost 1 game in the regular season, and got upset in the Southern Maine Finals to a Marshwood team. And here they are. First basket goes to York, and that is
Emily Rainforth. The drive.
2-0
right side
York.
to Ippolito, Brian. The top. Caleb with the ball at the top. Key.
Delisle looks a little stuck, but avoids the 5 count.
Over in the corner, Molly Obar, right side, looks inside to Camille, on the wing now, drives to the basket. She's fouled, Brian. Excellent take there.
A couple at the line, and Graver is coming off the bench tonight. Normally, she would be in the starting lineup.
Interesting lineup change. She played so well against Chevers, I thought.
And played well against Westbrook in their win.
Yes, she did, yeah. Rangers 1-0. There's Camille at the line, 2 shots. Camille, an excellent foul shooter, Brian. Imagine you've fielded a few balls underneath the basket from her.
Takes after her mother, I think. I got something going on with the scorer's table. 2-1. York. Clement a chance to tie, and
Makes them both.
So 2-2 with 7 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first quarter. And in comes Travis Lee. Some normal semblance of high school basketball.
There's a rebound, missed shot.
York gets a rebound, but then turns it over.
You see that call so much. As a fan, Brian, that frustrates me a little bit, but it's part of the rules, and they enforce it well.
Good that they enforce it, or it would slip and get worse, and we'd see more of it.
It looked like the NBA.
Yes, we don't want to watch that. Turnover from Ippolito trying to find Abby Taylor, and it goes back to York.
This is Rose Havoc with the ball. York point guard.
Clement gets her hand on it. It's tracked down by Rose Havoc.
Lost out of bounds on the sideline. Just couldn't handle the hard pass there.
It's an athletic-looking York bunch. Not a lot of size on either team.
Taylor will have a presence in the middle. I imagine to have some opportunities to post her up.
Yeah.
She's got the ball at the elbow.
Whoop. Up to Pato. Football player Kayla Delisle comes up with it.
Camille from downtown.
Nice hustle by Abby Taylor.
I love coaching Abby Taylor. She's such a hard worker.
Terrific lacrosse player.
Yes, sir.
A little hoop player too. But lots of
Short
heart.
corner jumper by Clara Havoc, and it's 4-2 Wildcats.
Obar on the left wing. Takes it to the rim. Not quite.
Ippolito, now Camille. The drive. Stop and pop. Little runner.
Off the back of the rim, and here comes York.
Rebound by LaRue. New York is in transition. This is Rose Havoc. 2 sets of sisters on this Wildcat team.
Yeah, I remember them being
Clara,
relatively
number 4.
patient.
Oh, and 1. Foul on the shot. Basket scored by Ava Giancolba.
Nice cut by the junior guard from York.
Fouls on Abby Taylor first. Team's first.
No rim, but the referees don't call it. 6-2 York at this point with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left. Clement up to Taylor. Nice hustle by Molly Obar. Back to Clement. To Delisle. The makings of something nice there, but Couldn't quite handle it, I guess.
She lost the handle.
Yeah. York's got the ball. Slow start for Greeley.
She's getting the lane from the corner.
That's another one that's good.
That's Emily Rainford.
Is that her second one from that spot?
That was the second from that spot.
Look at Delisle, a long way from the basket out here for some reason.
He is.
Here comes Taylor, back to Clement. Clement skips it to Ippolito. Nice pass. Ippolito found Clement, who missed the bunny, but then got a rebound and put it back in, and it's 8-4. Long three by York. Delisle retrieves it. I think we're going to hear Delisle grabs the rebound a lot this year. At least I hope we do.
Feels like Camille and Kayla have switched spots. Camille doing the dirty work underneath there. And,
here comes Sophia Ippolito off York, I'm not sure. I wanted to bark out to Kayla, don't touch it.
8-4 Brian. Here, 4:06 left in the first quarter. Wildcats up.
Here comes Chelsea Graver. They look a little more like the normal team with their the quiet little general on the court, as I call her. Looks like
Gravier skips it over to Molly Obar. Gravier spots up. Leaves it for Molly.
Nice
three ball.
Nice set.
Just missed.
Loose ball, Graver, Clement, and Fugel battle for it, and the ball goes back to Greeley.
It is strange, Brian. This would be tournament week, right?
Yes.
February vacation.
Very strange.
And here we are in game two.
Yeah.
Gravier on the left side, Brian.
Most teams' season would be
It's in the middle. Oh, they call a foul.
I don't know about that one.
Boy, that looked clean to me.
Yeah. Coach Flaherty mentions that he is going to disagree with that call, and I have to agree with his disagreement. It's a lot easier from up here.
It is. You go inside.
That looks like a
travel for three.
Nice rebound by Taylor.
Box out there.
Here we go. Not sure. Nice shot by Graver. Got a foul before the shot, it looks like.
Good job. Good take there. 5 fouls on Charlie Fugel. Our second team foul for the Wildcats. Graver on the inbound. Up to Abby Taylor. Over to Ippolito on the side. Tries to get inside to Molly Obar.
Off Obar,
gets possession. Pavic. Rainford. Back to Pavic. Okay.
Another interesting call.
Fouls on Camille there.
To me, like she beat her to the spot. I'm not sure what Mr. Klagas would want her to do other than that.
You're quickly becoming the Tommy Heinsohn of really.
I made it through one game without any of that.
On the right side now. This is Kristen LaRue, number 12, number 2 now. Oh, and downtown. Great position by Camille underneath. And the Rangers are on the break line.
Yep.
Over the corner of the runner.
Floater.
Oh!
Just misses it off. Good hustle by Ippolito, and the ball goes off York. With 2:36 remaining, it's 8-4 York.
Brian, with great Bobby Taylor on the scorebook tonight. Danny Small, the official scorekeeper, the czar of the Nebco scoreboard tonight.
And while we have a second, I want to shout out to Zach O'Brien, super fan who would normally be on the bench. 13-year-old Zach is quite popular with the Greeley girls team.
Okay.
Great young man, is well loved around here.
That's awesome.
Few Wildcats here. Really looks like they're stepping up the defense a little bit.
Right side. This is Rainford with the ball. Over to Charlie Fugel.
Toledo gets it. Here we go to Graver.
Transition now. Quick look, stop, pop.
Graver to Obar. That would have been nice. Just off. A little bit of a lid on it for Greeley tonight. Good steal by Graver, and here comes Greeley. Oh boy.
Right, I feel like we
Bounce pass. Probably would have gotten through there. Well,
playing a little fast here in the early going. I think we'll settle down. We'll
I
be
think
fine.
she had her earlier, but by the time she saw her, she had to put too much pepper on it. But I like the idea of the Rangers pushing the pace and trying to get some layups.
Yep.
When you're struggling to shoot, those layups,
They can be your friend.
yeah, absolutely. Make a couple layups and all of a sudden you loosen up a little bit.
You feeling good about your jump shot. Graver with a nice take. Foul. Walking foul.
2 shots for Graver. Getting a foul shot here or there is a good way to
Absolutely.
break the seal sometimes too.
So that's Ava Giacoba with the foul. Chelsea Graver at the line. Shooting 2.
First one is again.
There you go, Brian.
See if that breaks
Start
the
to
seal.
get that release point down
Yeah.
right from the foul line, and all of a sudden the three-pointers start falling.
Emily Small checks into the game for Abby Taylor. And Graver knocks the second one down.
Gotta
It's
hit your foul
8-6.
shots. Excellent job by Chelsea there. Here's York. Giacoba.
Defense by Greeley. That looks like a travel.
Pressing the ball. Ippolito with a great job catching the ball, Brian. Right to the top of
Absolutely.
the-
She caused that turnover.
Sometimes you're struggling on offense, that defense can create the
Yeah.
offense for you.
Absolutely. And that's something that can be there almost all the time.
Absolutely.
Looks like we're going to try and go inside to Camille.
We were working our inside game. I didn't know this was part of a game.
Obar,
Molly
and
in
it's
the middle.
good.
Oh, baby.
Obar
Jumper over there on the.
nice little shot. 8-8.
We're tied up, Brian.
I like it.
We've got 54 seconds left in the first quarter here. Granger doing a great job pressuring the ball. The defensive intensity just really stepped up here, Brian.
I think the Rangers know they're in for a battle here. Nice job by Ippolito.
Oh,
Nice take.
good take.
Molly
Good
Rainbow.
defense by Molly. Straight up.
35 seconds to see if they go for one shot or they just keep playing. 8-10. York leads.
So coach is going to go for one shot here, Brian. Rangers to spread out. She's looking for Obar there in the middle. We'll want the mark on. Great job by Camille. We got another opportunity here, Brian.
A little off balance there. Maybe she,
Maybe she thought there was a less time than there was.
for some reason, 2 players run away from Emily Rainforth and leave her for the final shot.
She had a good look at that,
Fortunately,
three.
they didn't make her pay.
So 10-8, Brian. End of the first quarter here. And boy, I tell you, we played with pretty good pace there. The defensive intensity really picked up, and I have a feeling these shots are going to start to fall as we settle into this game, Brian.
Yeah, I think I've been impressed with York's athleticism and patience on offense. So I think Greeley's gonna have their hands full.
Brian, I want to shout out to the great Greeley basketball legend Sue Obar for all the behind-the-scenes work that she does for the basketball program and getting us set up here and what I call Two Dads Broadcasting Network.
Two regular dad broadcasts.
Just a couple of guys,
Two dudes, two regular old dudes.
2 old dudes talking about basketball. One who knows what they're talking about, you. One who doesn't. But shout out to Sue and all she does for the program and certainly getting us all set up here. So
She's terrific and good shout out. I like that one. And Sue Obar was part of the first 2 gold balls
she was.
for the Greeley Rangers, I believe 83 and 84, if I'm reading the banner correctly from across the gym.
Yes, sir.
Some
yes,
good
sir.
Greeley Rangers teams, and her daughters, Brooke and Molly, heard the stories. Frank DeWolf's sister, I believe, played on that team.
Yep. The
Duff sisters were
Oh my goodness,
terrific players.
Yes, I remember when I first started coming, when our kids were real little, they had these alumni basketball games, and they could all still play. They were fun to watch.
Yeah, and Debbie Duff's daughter played sports here at Greeley and was a tremendous, I mean, I would argue one of the best athletes ever to go through the Greeley school system, and a 3-sport captain.
Yep.
Kind of throwback, old school, and tough kid.
She's a great
Hockey,
hockey player. I think about her, I think about hockey, but I know she was
soccer,
good at other
lacrosse.
sports.
I don't know how she slipped through the nets of the Greeley
I
basketball
don't either.
community.
I think her brother played hockey, so that's a nice feed inside. Quick look. Missed opportunity there for York.
Got a break there.
Ippolito with the ball at the top of the key.
I'd like to see the Rangers advance the ball with a pass quicker. It's a lot of dribble, and the defense set by them, as opposed to moving the ball with a pass.
Yep. Great offensive rebound there by Abby Taylor. Moving that ball.
Now a little more patience from Greeley.
That's a good look right there. Boom, right there.
Ippolito to Clement. That took a little time, but they got a
good look there. Camille drained it.
It's 11-10. Coach Flaherty exerting himself a little bit. I like that. I think he recognizes he's in for a battle here too.
Absolutely.
The last 3 years, Greeley has beat York relatively soundly.
Yep.
But the last major game they played of significance was Anna DeWolf's freshman year, I believe 2015, and York won the state championship.
Yeah, that was a good team. And
a charge on Clement, and that was probably the right call.
And York has always been going back to probably the days when Sue played, has always been a great challenge. I know when Coach Goodman was coaching here at Greeley, the nemesis they had back then was
they had a
York.
history of good athletics and certainly good girls basketball.
The great
Nikki Taylor was
Nikki Taylor was the one.
Miss Basketball. Stephanie Gallagher. Dad's still watching. A wonderful family.
Legendary coach Rick York.
Yes.
Short jump, just missed.
Bob Bucher would say just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. Rose Paddock. We have a Greeley Rangers up 11-10 here. 6:42 left in the second.
One interesting twist so far is that Clement has 2 personal fouls, and some coaches will take them out. Like, you're not going to play in the first half.
Well, I'll tell you, Camille's a veteran player, right? 4-year starter.
Nice shot.
Beautiful shot by Molly Oba. It's a big shot, Brian.
That's the first lead. The first lead by more than one, I guess. The biggest lead, I guess I should say.
But agreed. Camille's a smart player. Brian, I'll say it, you won't. But I think she knows how to play with fouls.
We'll find out, I guess. Nice. There we go. Clement Obar. Nice. That's how to run the floor by Kayla.
Well, Coach, that was the pass you're looking for,
like
right?
that. Yeah, the rim runner.
The ball. Yep.
Love to see him get the ball wide, get the outlet wide. First person up wide, and then the post player running down the middle. It's a really difficult pass to defend.
In the corner. Oh, in and out. That was halfway down, Brian. Or Rainford. Now the Rangers on the break. Transition side to Taylor.
Off to Taylor. Obar.
Ball movement. Oh, we're inside out.
Camille for a second. There goes Obar with a little floater off the back door. Nice shot by Molly.
Runner in the lane.
I like that.
16-10 Rangers. 5:31 left to play. York right back at it. The Rangers. Molly Obar with a rebound.
Scores and rebounds on the other end.
Yep.
There was nobody there, Camille.
Must be part of the game plan. They're really, Brian, trying to get the ball in the middle. And that's a great drive by number 3, Emily Rainford.
I think that's the second or third one. Greeley's going to have to step over and make her work a little harder. That's too easy.
Yep.
16-12 with 5 minutes left in the second period. Lyle setting a screen for Clement.
Oh, a little bit. Oh, good idea. Wasn't there. Good decision by
Taylor. See if we can get a little patience. Into Delisle. Whoa.
She beat 2 defenders.
That was a karate chop. I'm not sure.
Split the defenders. Well done by Kayla there.
Nice feed.
Free ball. Looks good from here. Oh, another one halfway down and out. Oh, great rebound by York.
Here we go.
Put back.
Nice job by Delisle. Here comes Greeley.
Again, work in the middle. A little scoop. Oh, just missed.
She needs to be smart here and not pick up the third.
Yeah, very well done. Oh, someone's got to get the ball there.
Taylor, but it's last touch by Kristen LaRue.
We got a York substitution, Brian. Number 23, Madison Raymond.
Looks like Allie Reed's in the game for Greeley.
Number 4, Allie Reed.
She's got a good motor and athletic. Allie Reed's going to play the 5 right now. So Graver out to Ippolito. Back to Graver. To Allie Reed. Oh, she had Ippolito.
That's a good look. She had Ippolito, but I like that look, Brian. She found a spot, and she had a good look at it, just missed it.
Yeah.
18-12 now. Rangers, 3:50 left in the second. See if they can continue to press the ball and play that great defense like they played at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah. Starts there. Defense and rebound the basketball. And good defense by Ippolito, but a nice shot.
Runner, beautiful. Bunch of runners tonight. Ryan.
Clara Pavick. She's the older sister.
Yeah, 2 sisters on this team. Clara and Rose Pavick. And
Actually,
Lily.
oh, they must be twins.
Lily and Charlie.
Oh,
Same grade. Okay, there you go. Graver on the right side. Over to Abby.
Oh boy, that looked way out of bounds. Nice job by Ippolito retrieving it.
Recover that. Yep, absolutely. Is that like a little leprechaun inside?
I know, both ends actually. We need to.
Foul shot, jumper.
Good rebound by Taylor. Let's go. 18-14 with a little under 3 minutes left.
Oh, good look right at it.
Nope. A little hurried. I'd like to see Greeley take a little.
See your center feet there, Coach?
Oh, runner. I'd like to see a little more of that the other way.
What a great look. Clara Pavick with the basket for York, and Coach Flaherty wants a timeout.
Yeah. You hate to give up those. That happened. That happened a little bit in the Chevrolet game too. You gotta make sure at least one person is back. Sometimes it's the point guard. Sometimes it's one person's responsibility. And on some teams, they just say, make sure someone's back.
Right. Got to recover. They've scored some points in transition. And sometimes it's easier when you're in transition. Tougher to set up the defense.
No question.
Got an 18-16 game here. Ryan, 2:37 left.
I would argue even in 2021, at the high school level, I would even argue at the college level, the vast majority of the time, the team that shoots more layups, scores more layups, will win the basketball game. The three-point lines change that a little bit, because at the higher levels, a high percentage of threes can offset that. Find the team that ends up shooting more layups in the course of a game, and a high percentage of the time they'll win.
And conversely, the team that can stop layups, right?
Absolutely.
And push it out.
Transition defense is really critical.
Yep.
As we're seeing tonight, that's 4 or 6 points. Maybe it's only 4. But
we'll ask our official statistician. We don't have an official statistician or a producer.
We have Bob Taylor though.
We got Bob Taylor. We got Danny Small. We got the A team working the scores table. Grazier on the right side. Over Camille in the lane.
Yeah, she's definitely attentive to Clement. She's not getting a lot of space.
Yeah.
That should open some other people up though. See what we got for an out of bounds play. Clement into Ippolito. Off to Graver. Clement to Omar. Nice, I like that.
Excellent done. Well done by Molly.
Yep.
I know there's no clapping during the game, but I just did. But that was a great look and a nice job by Molly just to jump and in. Easy shot now. His 3-ball, and that one goes in. That one is in. That's Emily Rainford in the three-pointer. York comes right back impressive. Now here's Camille in the lane. A little short.
I'd like to see one more dribble and just lay that thing in.
Yep. The consummate coach. And the Rangers have a 1-point lead here. 2019, 147 left. Impressive by the Wildcats, coming right back after Molly's jumper. Come back down and hit a three. Got a feeling this team, the Wildcat team, is not going away, Brian.
No. Nope. The guard balls off Greeley, and it's York basketball. 2019 with 1:40 left. Kayla Delisle comes back in.
Of course, the Rangers are coached by Todd Flaherty, and the Wildcats coached by Jess Stacy.
And guess who?
Baseline.
Emily Rainforth. They got to figure out Emily Rainforth. She's getting to the rim too. It really is. Sophia Ippolito travels.
Yeah. You know, I think what's challenging about that, Brian, is they probably do that all practice long and no one calls it right. So they get in the habit of it, and then in the game it reveals itself.
Yeah, and I think sometimes at the youth basketball level, people are polite and kids are young and they don't want to call it, but they really should, because otherwise there'll be problem when they get to the varsity level.
Excellent push there by
for another potential.
Graver.
Nice job. Nice hustle back by Chelsea
Graver. Here
Graver.
she comes again. Let Molly Obon to take. Oh, good take.
Nice idea. Here comes York in transition again. And another transition layup.
Kristen LaRue on the basket, Brian. Oh, collision there. Oh, no call there.
No, I'm not sure there should have been a call though. Here we go with another transition layup potentially.
Oh, they're playing a frenetic pace, Brian. This is like a track meet. Graver on the right side. He's given the baseline, falling in the lane.
I'm not sure what else they need to see. Legs got tripped up. She went to the ground hard.
Yeah.
I don't think she just fell on her own.
No, she didn't.
But maybe Graver made the contact.
Rose Pavic.
Anyway,
for the
play
Wildcats.
stands 23-22, regardless of my opinion.
The only three opinions that matter in here, Brian, because of that are in the striped shirt.
For sure.
Well, we can have our opinions, and that's beautiful. Graver from the left side.
That would have been good.
In and out.
Nice hustle by Molly Obar. Here comes York, up by 1 with 16 seconds.
In the lane.
Got a break on that one.
Yeah,
a nice play by number 10 for York, which would have led to a layup.
Yep. She actually could have stopped and popped right there in the middle of the lane, but was looking for a teammate. A little too hard on the pass. 13.6 seconds left, Brian, and
Gotta assume
the
we'll go for
Wildcats
one.
are up by 1, 23-22.
Nice take by Graver, and hits the deck.
Take on the right side, no call.
Takes the lead. Good job by Chelsea Graver. 24-23, and the Rangers take the lead.
All right, we'll see what adjustments are made at halftime, Brian, and we'll take a timeout here on the Two Dads Broadcasting Network. Victor Ranger will be back for second half action.
We may even be staying live, I'm not sure.
10?
Sure.
20?
2?
30? You guys want to go on?
If you want us to.
I'm going to put you on camera, hopefully.
Oh, on the
So
camera?
your thing has to point at you.
Why would we want that? Would we really want our faces to be on the camera?
What do you want? We will.
We'll do whatever you want, yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
Not the whole 10 minutes.
So how do I flip it
Give you
over?
guys a chance to recap.
How do you flip it over, Sue? Well, I guess we can do this.
Let me check. You can start and I'll see what we got first.
I can't see you though. I can't flip it back. Can you see my face? I'm sorry about it if you can.
You got your hands up.
And we are back. We are at halftime here at Greeley Gymnasium, where the Wildcats have a 1-point lead. I'm sorry, the Rangers have a 1-point lead, 24-23. on an excellent basket at the with about a second left by Chelsea Gravier, 24-23, and excellent matchup tonight. Another tight ball game here this evening, Brian. And thoughts on the first half with the Rangers?
I gotta give York credit. They're beating Greeley back. It's early in the season. There may be a little conditioning, but you gotta say it's the same season for York. It's not like York's been playing for 6 months. Maybe maybe they're a little bit fresher, but I got to give them credit. And I think the big key for Greeley would be getting back defensively. There are at least 6 points of fairly easy. 2 of them were uncontested layups, and actually York missed 1 or 2 other fairly easy ones that could have come back to haunt Greeley. So if I'm Coach Flaherty, he's a good coach. I'm sure he's having this discussion. He's probably talking to them about getting their butts back on defense and not giving up the easy ones, and probably patience on offense.
Yeah.
I think we're going a little bit fast, and they're trying to take away, York is trying to take away certain things from us, and that's okay. With patience and movement and screening and ball movement, you're going to get plenty of good shots. So, but it's easy to say from up here and tougher to do from down there when someone's grabbing your shirt and they're playing, give credit York. They're playing, give York credit. They're playing good defense. They're scrappy, and Coach Stacy has them playing well. I'm impressed. I mean, they lost Nina Howe. I think they finished maybe 7th in Class A South last year. They lost a really good player. Nina Howe was a really outstanding player, maybe the best player on that team for 4 consecutive years. Nina Howe's gone, and they don't look like they've missed a beat. In fact, in some ways, they're a different team. In the past, it was slow down Nina Howe and you have a pretty good chance. This is a different team. They're playing well together.
York, it seems very balanced, Brian.
They are.
They're getting balanced scoring from different people.
Yeah, Rainsford's been the key. She's got 11 in the first half. For Greeley, Clement and Obar both have 9, and Graver has 5, I believe. I think I've written down 4, but I think it's 5.
And Brian, Camille got two fouls early and did a good job playing with those 2 fouls.
Yeah, you worry about that. 4, but I think it's 5.
And Brian, Camille got two fouls early.
She got through the first half without picking up another one, and it's those are gambles that you either take or don't. If you pick up the other foul, then you kind of question yourself as a coach, but you hate to go too long without some of your better players on the floor as well, especially against a good team. So, I think we didn't get off to a great start. Graver coming off the bench was a little bit of change for everybody, and it is early. I mean, it's the second game. They had 1 scrimmage, so hopefully they'll keep working on things. And I'll tell you one thing: I don't think anyone over there is underestimating York right now. They get up and down the floor, they move the ball, and they're not giving Greeley anything easy on offense. Greeley's not getting a lot of wide open looks, taken away. Clement hasn't had a lot of easy stuff. Molly Obar's had a couple of good looks, but not a lot, and they're playing good defense on Graver. So those are the 3 primary scorers most of the time you'd think on this team, and they're doing a good job of limiting them.
They really are. At the end of the game, at the end of the first half, they spread the floor a little bit, especially on that drive by Graver. Talk about that last minute shot, put the Rangers up by 2 here.
I like that because Sophia Ippolito can shoot it, Camille can shoot it, Molly Obar can shoot it. If you get the floor spread and you get them at the 3-point line, Graver does a really good job getting into the paint and finishing. So you almost have to pick your poison if you're York. You're going to sag off the shooters of Greeley, and you're going to give up some open threes, or you're going to try to shut down Chelsea Graver one-on-one. Not an easy task. So I think the key is if Graver can get by and they spread the floor like that, Greeley should get some good stuff. York one-on-one is able to keep Graver in front of her, so no one has to help, then that's a big advantage for York. So we'll see what adjustments they make.
And when Greeley did get those good looks at the threes and at their feet set, they knocked them down as you would expect they would.
Yeah, the hurried ones not as much. The ones with the hand at their face not as much. I also thought in the second period, Greeley looked a little fatigued to me. Coach Flaherty has gone to the bench a little bit. Emily Small gave him some minutes.
Yep.
Holly Reed came in for a few minutes.
Yep.
But he hasn't gone deep, and we'll have to see if that plays a role later.
Yeah. Ippolito and Abby Taylor gave you some quality minutes.
Yes.
Connect your effort, type plays.
Yes. Abby actually started, I believe.
She did, yep. And then Graver came in as a 6-man. What's that? We're off camera? Oh, we're just talking.
Video though?
We off camera?
We're not on camera, but we're on
Are we on the video? Oh, they can still hear us. Okay. All right, great. My arm is killing me. Thanks, Sue.
You can go see the chiropractor tomorrow. Mr. Eisenhardt is holding the camera out with one hand. We're assuming that we're still on camera. Who wouldn't want to look at us for a long time with our masks on, especially?
Well, that was our first question: is why would you want to point the camera in this direction?
Yeah.
No, this has been a lot of fun.
Two Dads broadcast has been described as faces made for radio.
Well, listen, Brian, this is a tough ticket to get, and I think you and I will do anything to come in and watch a basketball
We'll
game,
take it.
and that includes, potentially making complete fools of ourselves and embarrassing our daughters. But
It's weird, it's awkward, but we're in the gym.
We're in the gym. We're in the gym.
High school basketball game in Maine.
I'm missing the smell of the popcorn, though, Brian.
Yes.
I'm missing the smell of the popcorn.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'm missing seeing Frank the Wolf sitting over there in the corner watching the game.
Half-court shots from. I'm having a mental block.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Gosh, I can't think of it right now, but
definitely has a great atmosphere. We always have a lot of fun at halftime with different types of things, and certainly the younger kids will have that to look forward to in the years to come.
And it's a nice community over here. The Cumberland, North Yarmouth communities are very supportive of sports, and there's a lot of pride in terms of the way they play. Boy, you look up at those banners, and there are a whole lot of state championships and a lot of different sports. Basketball, volleyball, ice hockey, Nordic skiing, swimming. I mean, actually, there may be more in swimming than any other sport. I kind of think of basketball. The boys and girls have both won quite a bit, but it looks like if you look at the banner, swimming and volleyball was dominant for years.
Volleyball was dominant.
Years, right?
2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. That's incredible dominance.
Impressive.
But it's been a lot of fun over the last 4 or 5 years. You can see there was a drought there in terms of boys and girls basketball championships. And for me, it was watching all these kids grow up and seeing them develop. And remember,
you were the coach. You're too humble to mention it, but you were the coach of you and Sue Hobart coached these current seniors. I remember watching Lindsay.
I don't think they learned anything from me, but I would say they learned a lot from Sue. But I had so much fun coaching these seniors. I love going to practice, and I've coached a lot of different teams in softball and in baseball. And I used to tell my wife I just loved that group of kids. I love going to practice.
Yes.
We had great little banter, and they just worked so hard, and they just wanted to learn, and so it was so fun. And for me, the other night watching, the 6 of them here, and Madison Story over at Chevrolet, and then it's fun because we end up getting halfway pretty good, but we can never beat that Falmouth team that you coach. So it's great to see Camille over here. I'd rather see Camille with the white uniform on than another uniform on.
Well, you sell yourself way too short. You did a great job, and it was, listen, at the end of the day, the experiences and the relationships and the friendships that we form along the way are a high percentage of the fun, and get to spend a lot of time with our kids, and not just our kids, but other kids in the community, as you mentioned, and really appreciate that. It's kind of a blessing and a gift.
What I love too is I've made a lot of friends. Right, these 2 guys sitting right here, consider friends, and meet a lot of great people through that. And you
kind of becomes your social life, right?
It does.
Kids and youth sports.
You're Camille's dad or Allie's dad.
Yes.
Brian and or Sarah's dad. So
here we go.
All right, let's go, Brian.
We'll pump
Second
fake.
half basketball. We'll change directions, and Molly Obar's got the ball at the top of the key.
Come on, hits the deck.
And there's Camille right out of the gate. Drains a 3-pointer.
27-23.
And that's just great to see.
And right back.
Right back.
Nice shot.
Comic with a 3
Nice
for the
shot.
Wildcats.
Back to 1 point.
27-26.
And Ippolito is posting Clement. Back to Ippolito.
Inside out game there, Brian. Over to Abby Taylor. Now Molly in baseline. to Kayla.
Digging it out.
Hand off there. I like it. And
Nice
great
play
pass.
by
Great
Delilah.
cut.
Good
Great cut
patience.
by Camille. Good hand off there by Kayla. Excellent job.
You're starting to see a little bit of
Really well done
that can't
inside.
happen. You can't give a 5'7" player 2 shots at point blank range, and she's a good player.
You give her credit. She used that pivot foot, Brian. Emily Rainforth. Is
Abby
Taylor from the
Taylor.
corner.
And here we
The
go.
break, Brian. Up quickly up the court.
Oh, lucky.
Rangers caught a break.
They
York
sure
is
did.
doing such a good job in transition, advancing the ball.
They're
with the
doing a
pass.
great job with the pass. They're not taking 2 or 3 dribbles and then passing it. It's one dribble and pass, which is really what the college women's game is. If you
that right?
Good college basketball. There's very little dribbling the ball up court.
Yeah.
And there's another 3.
Look at the three, a deep
and Obar battles with somebody.
Well, you know, it's so fun to watch Molly because when I coached her, she was a little point guard.
Yes.
And now she can play. You know, she can play down there.
She can. And then on this team, she needs to some.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you what, Molly Obar is one of the better pure shooters. If I have a wide open kid and a chance to get a shot
You want
or
her
a
to
foul
shoot the ball.
shot, she would be on my short list of kids.
Yep.
When her feet are set,
Yep.
just spot up shooter, she's very good.
Working it inside.
Get a steal. Here we go with Molly Obar. Nice job off to Ippolito. Ippolito to Clement. Clement out to Taylor.
Every time Camille catches the ball in there, Brian, she's double teamed.
Yeah, that was
well
nice
done by
job.
Taylor.
Back.
Offensive
Good job,
rebound.
Taylor. I like
you
that.
gotta love those, Brian.
Gotta love a rebounder. I don't think there's a coach in America that doesn't like somebody that will rebound a lot.
Especially offensive rebounds.
There's a rebound.
That's a defensive rebound.
Yep. Here goes Obar. Back to Clement. Let's see what we got here. Delisle with a screen. There's a reach.
They just gotta work on their spacing.
They get too tight. I totally agree. Get some spacing.
Inside. Picks it back up.
Obar, feet are set. And here comes Abby Taylor. Can't quite track it down.
31-28, 5:37. Rangers up by 3.
And interestingly, Graver is coming off the bench again. Here she comes, right on cue. York passes on the perimeter. Here we go. Oh, right into the hands of the York player and same team. I'm not sure what happened there. Clement and Delisle. Maybe they didn't realize it was someone on their team. Nice out of bounds play.
Little shot.
That's a good.
That was a good look, Brad.
Really good look.
Not exactly what coach
No, they're
says he
getting.
wanted.
York's getting some easy but closer shots than I think Flaherty would like to see.
No.
Curls, Taylor.
Blocked. Nope, no call there, Brian. You did not like that. I know you didn't like that.
Well, I couldn't see it as well as he could, so I got to give him the benefit of that. York takes the ball out of bounds. 31-28 with just under 5 minutes left. Ball goes to corner. York is not afraid to shoot threes. Neither is Greeley, by the way. Here we go. Slow, it's just slow, Coach. It's a lot of...
Lead inside to Camille. Couldn't see what happened
Yeah,
there.
I couldn't
Tried to use her
either.
right hand there.
Yeah.
York again in transition.
Nice rebound by Abby Taylor. Now this is what I like to see. There we go. We're moving the ball.
Good look at a 3. Cassidy Dean in for the Rangers.
Rainsford in one. And that's a foul.
Third.
Yep, third foul and nice cut. Again, they're consistently getting down the court quicker.
Emily Rainforth again, Brian. Playing a great
She's had a good game.
She's Got one shot here. We'll see what Coach does with Camille with 3 fouls here.
I might give her a little break and talk to her for a second. She looks a little fatigued anyway.
She does.
But we'll see what he does. Rainsford misses. Oh! No box out on the foul shot is it's tough to win. You got to get back on defense. You got to box out on foul shots.
You got to box out on foul shots.
And New York gets another possession.
33-28, 4:17 left.
Looks like there's something going on with the score clock.
For a score. Yes. What's the total score? 28. Well, don't go by that. Go by what you got.
Question about the score.
So we have this.
They're alleging that the score's backwards.
Oh, that the last two should have been for. I had 31. So it should be 30.
So we had 31-28, Brian. I think the 2 on the guest side should go there.
Gotcha.
I think it's 31-30.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a 5-point lead to me. That surprised me.
Yeah, I
a
think
little
it's
when I looked
31-30, Danny.
It should be 31-30.
Yeah, there it is. Yep,
Okay, so the book is right. Book, that's what I thought. Okay, good. That's perfect. Good job.
31-30.
Other way around.
So we got 31-30.
Are we 31?
Yeah, 31 there, 30, Danny.
Gotcha. After, sounds like we got it right, or they got it right. 31-30, Greeley, up by 1. Good that everybody came together to
Get it right. Just get it right. All right, now York on the inbound and a flat
Over Taylor
formation
to
there on the
Rainsford.
inbound.
Good job by Sophia Ippolito. Looks like we're going with Taylor on Rainsford right now.
I like that. Abby's a very aggressive player.
I think the other obvious one would be Chelsea Braver.
Yep.
Long shot. Good box out by Chelsea. And now we're trying to run.
Excellent job by Graver.
Nice
So excellent
Nice
work.
job.
Beautiful, Brian.
Good pass by Graver.
Yep.
That's easy, right?
Yep.
And you get 2 foul shots.
Reminds me of that drill you did when you were kids, the weave drill, where you never you move the ball up the court and you don't pass the ball. And excellent.
It's so easy.
But you got to pick your head up right. You see that player ahead.
It's so easy for defenses to defend dribbling, and it's so difficult to defend team defense to defend ball movement with pads.
Yeah, box out one, get the rebound.
Ippolito misses the first. And comes out.
Tally Roy in the
Tally
game,
Roy.
replacing Camille, so he does go to the bench.
Yeah.
Puts Camille down for a few. Give her a breather. No cheap fouls.
Nope.
Gotta keep
Yeah.
her, gotta have her for the end of the game.
Big shot by Ippolito, and she's got a nice left-hand stroke.
32-30. Good
Nice
defense
steal by Ippolito.
and a steal by
Now we're playing with
Ippolito.
a little better pace, and here comes Graver. She's got the whole left side open. Let's see if she uses it. Nope. Off to Obar for the 3, and it's long. Nice
Great
hustle.
rebound. Good effort by Hallie Roy there underneath. Didn't come up with it, but love the aggressiveness and
Yeah.
going for the rebound.
Absolutely. That kid plays hard. That is for sure. I've been watching her for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
She spends a lot of time on the deck, diving, hustling. She's got good speed straight
She
ahead.
really does. She really does. She gets a lot of breakaway layups under that.
I suspect when she plays you on defense, you know you're in a
being
battle.
played, yeah. You remember her number.
You might have got a little break on that one. York dribbled the ball out of bounds. I thought they were going to pick up Graver for a foul. And
Picked up the
nice
Camille's
shot
back.
by
Hallie
Hallie
with
Roy.
some good work in there. 32-30, Brian.
3 minutes and
3:18
18.
left. Brady with the ball. Now right side. Ippolito flashing to the middle. Right side to Obar.
Set
Good look at
Set
it.
up a 3 for Obar. No good.
Excellent
Fleming gets
rebound.
the
Camille
rebound.
chased it down. Good defense by York.
See
Got
it, but
their
they
hands
stole
in
the ball,
passing
obviously.
lane. York Camille, careful, careful.
Did she not dribble it out of bounds, or am I seeing things?
We'll have to ask David Shapiro.
Dave Shapiro was right there.
He was right there. He
I
saw
don't think
the
he's
whole
gonna. I don't think he's gonna bark at the ref. Oh, he
No,
says
he
that
liked
she
the call.
confirmed
He
it's
liked
your
the
call.
All right, now York up
An
top.
honest man.
Kristen LaRue with the ball left side, the drive. Lisa for Rainforth. We don't want to leave her open. Now comes Camille in transition. Brian, she's an excellent dribbler. I might have to go Tommy Heights in here with you. Something caused her to.
Yeah. Gotta just play. Can't control
Gotta
it.
keep playing. So
I might have tried to make something happen that wasn't there too.
Yeah. Credit to York though. Excellent job. Feed inside. Bobick with the miss. Clary that is.
Comes over.
Good look at it though.
Nope, that's left. And
Oh, the bank is open, Brian.
Bank is open.
I heard that the other day. I love that.
Yeah, I could. Strange for
Got
Bank.
the roll. She had a couple. She had one that went halfway down.
Make it greater on
That
the
was
reach. I have to say, you know, there's been some stuff that I kind of shook my head at that didn't get called, but I'd rather have them call less than too much
agreed. Agreed.
and
Yep.
let the kids
Let 'em
figure
play,
it out.
right?
Yep.
Yep. Let them play. So 35-30, 2:11 left in the third quarter.
Doesn't get it first.
I'd like to see with a 5-point lead some lockdown defense. Gotta be able to see the ball. Nice job by Chelsea. Here we go.
Here we go. Excellent job. Tough shot,
Wow.
tough angle, but good
I
job
was
on the
wondering
foul.
if they were not gonna- Nice job by Graver pushing the pace
Pushing the
though.
ball, and Camille running the floor. Good job by her getting up the floor.
Just so nice to get 6 or 8 or 10 of those easy layups.
If you run the floor,
You get
play with your
rewarded.
head up, you get rewarded,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Graver does a nice job of playing with pace.
Excellent stroke. 36-30 now. 1:59 left in the third.
Keegan Highland would be happy to see the big deep breath. Mr. Highland
Yeah.
trains
Oh,
Camille, and
is that right? Okay.
recently I heard him telling her to make sure you take a big breath on your foul
Those
shots.
were excellent.
Shout
Well
out to,
done.
shout out to
Especially
Keegan
when she's-
Highland and Ben Tier, by the way, who also trains Molly Obar. That was a nice steal. That's a big one.
basket.
And boy, aren't those easy baskets when you get it.
sir.
Great job anticipating by Molly Obar.
Yep.
And now Sophia, nice job by Kay.
there
We
you
got
go.
it. We're playing Greeley basketball. Around the back. There it is.
Behind the back.
And it's
Well, showtime there, Brian.
I would have liked to see. Nice. I would have liked to see that one. Obar take a step towards the basket and finish,
absolutely.
power that one in.
And a great job by York there in transition.
Yeah.
Rose Pavic with the
Little
shot.
momentum breaker. Nice pass by
in there.
Graver. But
Good look
nobody's.
by Abby. Just missed that shot. 39-32. 1 minute
Nice
to play.
job by Abby Taylor.
Good job.
Taylor off to Graver. Obar. Coach Flaherty didn't like the looks of what was
Well, I
about to
think he's
happen.
trying to get Camille back in the game for that offensive
Maybe so.
possession.
Nice steal by
Trying
Abby
to protect her a
Taylor.
little bit with fouls.
Abby's proud dad. Like that one. I got a thumbs up.
Excellent job.
That looked like the lacrosse player in the center just playing Rodney Harrison free safety.
Well, when the kids were younger, you know, if you remember when they were, I think, in 5th grade, you couldn't press or do anything.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as we were able to press, that opened the whole floor for Abby,
Abby Taylor,
She
yeah.
she played relentless in that 1-3-1 zone that we used to run, and I put her at the point, she just would create havoc.
bet.
And
Abby Taylor was not a breed to put in the crate. She needs to be let out in the field to roam free.
every time she got hurt, her dad had no sympathy for her getting hurt, so I'd always just say,
Those doctors
hey,
have no heart.
Taylor's are tough. And she goes, yeah, Taylor's are tough.
She is tough. I'll give you that. And a great kid.
So 56.
Spends a lot of time at the Clement household, actually.
Is that right? Yeah.
I was thinking about asking Mr. Taylor if we could consider taking her as a dependent on my taxes, but she's not there quite enough for that. And Mrs. Clement loves to cook her favorite meals. Something that I will miss when they go off to college.
Oh my goodness, I know.
39-32, 1 minute left in the third quarter. Clement to Taylor, right on cue. Little jump shot from Clement, and it's
Good
good.
in the lane, the shooters roll.
Better
Well done.
pace than earlier when it seemed like it was going too fast.
That was the
Here we go
inbound
with
play.
transition for York again.
Great rebound.
Another rebound. Boy, they're not a tall team, but they really do a nice job. of
Great
rebounding.
job, yeah. Boxing out. Getting
There's a three.
Three ball. Ryan, I think it was Rose Pollock there.
Yeah.
Number 10.
Just like that, Greeley's about to extend, and
What do we
it goes
say?
from 9 down to 6.
This York team is tough, and they play great defense. They can shoot the ball.
Absolutely. 18 seconds left. 6-point game.
Earl and Neal. Just
And it's good.
just give her a foot.
Good to
You
answer
gotta-
that one.
But hey, she had the space. She had the look. She took it. Good for her.
But York's right down the court quickly. Nice job by Taylor.
Great defense.
Was that last one a 2 or 3? 3?
I thought it was a three, Brian.
Yeah, I thought so, but I'm not sure. 44-35.
Still playing at a frenetic pace.
For sure. Now's a time when we'll see. Greeley still wants to play fast and get their opportunities, but make sure they get good possessions. They got a 9-point lead.
Yeah.
Make sure that they're making good decisions. Make York work for
Absolutely.
everything. Rebound the basketball. Not suggesting it's slow it down time.
Right, but without
Make
a
sure
shot,
you get a good
without
possession.
shot clock, make sure you get a good look, right, and take a good shot. No
Yeah.
unforced errors.
Absolutely.
So we head to the fourth quarter, Brian. I personally think this broadcast is going outstanding. It's my first broadcast. I know you're a veteran of this.
I think it's the
Brian.
best broadcast we've ever done together.
Together, I would say it's 100%.
far.
Yeah, I'd give us a solid D plus.
I hope your back isn't too sore from carrying me most of the way. Nobody can say we're not having fun. And
is,
as you so well put it before, we're in the gym.
We're in the gym. We're not in our houses. We're out amongst the living.
Yeah.
And but I'm an optimistic person, Brian. We'll be back to normal soon. You know what I was thinking about this York team is this is one of those teams that you get the draw in the tournament and you go, I don't want to play that team. I don't want to play
Agree.
that team.
Because they space the floor well.
Yep.
They're capable of hitting threes, and they're athletic. They're not
Yep.
giving you anything easy. We're not
No.
getting a lot of easy baskets.
No.
And compliment to Jess Stacy. I don't know Jess, but I have to say I'm impressed with what I've seen.
Very well organized
And
team.
is that Nikki Taylor on the bench? She sure looks like her, but it says Jordan Floyd and Aaron Stacy, so I
Must
guess
not be.
I guess
Must
not.
be. Yep. What a player Nikki Taylor was. She was a real nemesis for those Greeley
Hobart
teams.
backs down for sure, and a nice kid, quiet. I got to know her a little bit.
Played at Vermont, right?
Yes,
Yep.
had a good career. She ended up going with not Maureen Burchell, Kayla Burchell.
Taylor Burchell from Deering, right?
Yes.
Oh, we go in transition.
And a turnover.
Comes that
leads
Rainforth.
to-
Great pass up the court to Rainforth.
Clement, and it's short. Good.
Oh, what a rebound by Kayla. Offensive rebound. A foul shot by Camille, and it's in.
Nice job by Kayla Delisle, keeping the
Excellent
ball
job.
alive the
Extra
first
effort.
time and tipping it back.
Boy, Brian, those offensive rebounds, those are
That's
those
a
are
Tommy
absolute
point.
gold. Tommy point.
Camille Clement has no foul line easy jump shot if it isn't for the yeoman work of Kayla Delisle, who I don't think she's intimidated by anybody out here.
She's
She
not.
plays high school football
She's
against
so
boys,
fun.
so I don't think she's really intimidated by anyone.
No, she. I remember her. So we would have. She was a grade below my daughter Lindsay, and so we sometimes combined the teams, and so she would every chance that we could do that, she would come and want to play. And so for me, my daughter being out of basketball for a couple of years, coming back and watching her play, wow, her game has really developed, and she's doing a great job out there, but only a junior and got a whole nother year ahead
Yeah,
of her. So
the first year she's getting, she got some meaningful minutes last year, but she's playing a really huge role this year.
Yep.
Speaking of Lindsay, I remember her way back, 4th and 5th grade, and I remember telling my kids, do not leave that kid alone. She has a left pure stroke. You need a hand up. 'Cause you can envision at that age somebody hits 3 threes and the game could end up being 8.
It could be.
You could lose 18-6.
We had a lot of those games back then. The balls didn't always go in.
No.
So I appreciate you saying that. It's so fun for me as a dad to have her back watching her play again. And,
You could tell you guys enjoyed it.
oh, it was so much fun.
Nice job by Molly
There's
Obar.
another
Almost
rebound
took
by
a charge.
Taylor up to Polito. From way downtown. She knew it. She knew it on the release, Brian. We had a great look at that.
We had a
Great rotation, great trajectory of the ball. That was a big shot.
That's too easy, though. I'd like to see a hand. Now let's see what Greeley does. You don't want to take your foot off the gas, but let's make sure they get some.
Looks like York's going to press.
York's going to press. They realize
Yeah.
the game could get out of hand here with a 12-point lead. Ball comes into Clement.
Good job by Camille.
And it looks like it's straight man by York. I thought maybe it was going to be. Oh, boy.
Such a great job to pull that ball
Nice
out.
block.
Great block.
But another sloppy offensive play. Here we go to Clement.
Runner. Okay.
Nice job by Delisle. Again.
Great job.
Nice job. Keeping another one alive.
Ryan, she's got 4 or 5 offensive rebounds. She's just doing a great job not giving up on the play.
She's doing a great job. Delisle at the line for 2. 12-point lead. And she gets a bounce. Shooter's touch.
Shooter's touch. 50-37.
I gotta tell you,
6:28 to play.
she's an easy kid to root for. She's got a great disposition. I understand from Camille and Chelsea and Molly that she's got a great sense of humor.
Yeah. She's got a real spark about her.
She does. I happen to know she was in a crowd of 4 or 5 of them that were driving to Burger King, buying meals to give to the homeless.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Nice to hear about that. I'm sure was keeping everybody entertained. So we got a 13-point lead. Clement to Delisle.
Camille, great job. Give it to her. Rewarding the effort.
Feed her, yeah, absolutely. She's earned it. 52-37, and we're getting a little extension. Here goes Obar. Rip it. Well, I turned from announcer to coach there for a second, telling Molly what to do.
all right.
I do coach Molly sometimes.
It's hard not to, Brian.
Rip it. 52-37, York basketball.
Rainforth on the inbound.
It's been a very good run by Greeley in the last 4 minutes or so. 3 minutes. And I'm not sure what we're calling here. I'm not sure he knew. It's a foul. And it looks like it's on Delisle.
Yeah, Taylor. Okay. Looked like the offensive player went into it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to call that. He may have
He,
he may have changed his mind.
yeah.
Bob Taylor, how many is that on Delisle?
One, but
That's only one.
Okay, only her first foul. Wow.
I think the only one in foul trouble is Camille with 3. And that was
Graver comes back in.
yeah, I like to have her out there, especially when you need good decision making against good guard play. Emily Rainsford, nice pass. Nice pass, nice cut. I'm impressed with the coaching of this rookie.
Eva Jean Kolba there on the
Taylor to Ippolito. Ippolito's patient. She has a good patience about her. Graver. Taylor, Ippolito. She deserves that one. She deserves that one. Good patience, and Sophia Ippolito drains it. Splash.
Yep.
There's a lot of talking going on about who's covering whom, and nobody is covering.
Right back at you.
Clara
Clara with a 3.
13-point lead.
55-42,
Let's see
Brian.
what Greeley does.
5 minutes left. 5 minutes left in the 4th. Really like the ball movement on the last couple possessions, Brian.
patience, and now they go into Clement. And it's a little long. Back to Clement. Over to Graver. This could be a layup, and it should be. Yes!
Well done. Great
Very
angle.
well done. I think this is
angle.
a time and score and a get a break timeout. You've got a 15-point lead with 4:40 left. I'm sure Coach Flaherty, 2-time gold ball winner, is having a conversation with his team about time, score, possessions, rebounding the basket. We don't need to score
did
to win
not
this
have to
game. They
score.
need to rebound and defend, and this is a growing up moment for the Greeley girls to see if they can close it out and do the things they need to do. Of course, York's going to put pressure on them and try to hurry up Greeley.
Try to create some turnovers. I imagine, to try to create some offense for themselves. Make it harder on Greeley. So 57-42 here at Greeley Gymnasium. John Eisenhart, Brian Clement, two dads broadcasting. Excellent effort by this York Wildcat team. Long bus ride. Great to see them able to play sports. I know fall was a disappointment for a lot of these athletes. I'm sure they're having a lot of fun being out there on the court with their teammates, with their coaches. Imagine it's a lot of fun for the referees as well to get back out here, and they do it because they love it as well. And I'm sure they missed not being able to be up here with the kids. Three-man crew, and we'll resume play with 4:40 left. 57-42 Rangers. Right side, Clara Pavic.
Nice job by Graver and nice job by Abby Taylor.
Left side, Neil Lane.
Another rebound for York.
Rebound by Clara Pavic. Fouled by number 3, Abby Taylor. I believe that's Abby's second foul. Second foul. So 2 shots from Clara Pavic.
Kind of mild for her.
First foul shot is good for Pavic. But they have some great one-on-one games in the driveway.
I bet.
Second one is pure too, and York chips away.
Both juniors, Brian, so this will be a tough. This is a fairly young York Wildcat team,
it is.
Brian. Only 2 seniors.
I think there's going to be good stuff from them. Clement, Polito, and I think Flaherty did discuss time and patience. Oh boy. I spoke too soon.
I think
There
Sophia
was
thought
nothing there, but I think Sophia thought
she was going one way and the player went the other way.
She had an idea. It was a good idea. Just execution wasn't what they had done. Now let's see if we can play some good disciplined defense. Another cut. Nice hustle by Graver. 1-on-2, but she. Nice hustle by.
Great effort. Almost came up with it.
Yeah.
60-43, 3 minutes, 37 seconds left in the game.
York spreads the floor. They got 5 out, and with a cutter here or there. Nice help by Graver, but didn't quite get there in time. And the foul goes on Graver.
Rangers playing hard, not giving anything easy to the Wildcats here. Even though you have a decent lead, it's good to stay in your aggressive defensive positioning and
We got another
without
score.
fouling. You don't want to foul.
Okay.
Score is actually 58-45, so it's a 13-point lead.
58-45. Dan Small, a really basketball great
Back in the day.
back in the day. This is Clara Pavic on the line. Takes the first one.
58-46, 12-point game, 3:26 left.
This isn't over. This is not over.
No.
Okay.
11-point game. Graver brings it up
Pressure,
with
Brian.
sort of token pressure. Taylor to Clement, over to Graver. Travel. Yeah, and that's probably a case of just trying to do too much. Again, we're up 11 with 3 minutes left. Love the heart, but as a team, collectively, patience, get a good shot. We don't have to hurry. Now we'll see what their defense is like here. Taylor on Rainsford.
Hand off in the lane.
Major break. Chelsea Graver had the basketball. And it's a jump ball.
Now York will press, Brian.
Yep. As you'd expect. Graver being pressured. 2 minutes and 49 seconds left. Clement in the wing, over to Obar. Clement,
Good feed.
I'll take, that's okay. We don't need anything other than a fairly easy shot, maybe some foul shots, or take 30 or 40 seconds and then get a shot.
Absolutely.
11-point lead, make it 12.
job.
I think that gives Camille 25. Omar with 11. Missed that one. That would have been a nice one.
59-47. Wait for the ball right side.
12-point game.
Up to Rose
2:33 on
corner.
it. Where's the help in the middle? Nice rebound by Graver. Now there's some patience. Nice job by Chelsea Graver.
Majors lose the ball.
Yeah.
I think Coach Flaherty wants to see the ball moving
I-
without dribbling.
I-
Brian, you said that earlier.
I want to see the same thing. I'm with you and him. Nice hustle by Ippolito.
Good help defense by Chelsea Gravier. And a 3-ball.
Clement's got the ball. Let's see what we got for pace here. Less than 2 minutes left. 12-point game. Let's see if Greeley can close this out. Make good decisions. Make them beat us. Make them put us on the foul line. Taylor over to Ippolito or Obar to Clement. I don't know that we needed that, but we'll take it.
She has been posting up all day. She deserves that one. That
I
was a
was
good
going
move.
to take away her
Fix
dessert
to the
tonight
left.
if she missed that one. 47-61 Greeley. Here comes Hallie Roy.
That came for Abby.
Nice work by Abby Taylor. A lot of hustle points, rebounds, loose balls,
Just
playing
just
within
the kind
herself.
of player that doesn't turn the ball over, makes that little hustle plays, and plays
Yeah.
great defense all the
And,
time.
and she's a competitor.
Yep. Oh, rebound, Hallie, good effort.
Good hustle by
Take by
Hallie
Camille,
Roy.
just a little off. 61-47, Brian. 1:24 left in the game.
It's back to Greeley ball. I thought it was going to York. Let's see what we got.
That's a Tommy point for Hallie Roy.
Absolutely. No, a great effort from her, though. And there she
That's a
goes.
great take.
Oh, nice take. Nice job by Molly Omar.
Great hustle. And Brian, it's okay to run the 4 on the defensive end too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a great job by Molly Obar getting
No
back,
question.
getting in the pass.
Saved a
lane.
basket. Coach Flaherty
1:10 left.
calls timeout. I think that's a wise one.
Should we get the ball up the court? And
Get the
Brian,
get
it's
pulse
t-
get pulse rate settled down a little bit.
it is, and these kids did not have a lot of time to practice.
No.
They didn't have the time to scrimmage, so a lot of the stuff that we're seeing here is things that could have been cleaned up in a preseason or even
Really good point.
back in early December, Brian.
Yeah.
You always look to see teams how they come out of that Christmas break in January. What do they look like? Hopefully
Really
they're
good
getting
point.
better, right?
Really good point. And actually, to add on to that point, no summer league basketball.
Right.
No fall league basketball.
Yep.
Some of these kids play AAU,
Yep.
and for many of them, at least the ones that I know, there was no AAU.
Yep.
So most of these girls have not played a meaningful, real basketball game in a gym
Yep.
since last February.
Right.
Other than
This is some of these girls have played together, but many of them have not.
Yes,
So getting
yes.
that chemistry and
I think the teams that are returning most people probably had an advantage this year.
yeah, they certainly do.
And that may be York, other than Nina Howe. She may be the only one that they missed.
Yep.
Obar and Clement.
York's in man-to-man, so Coach Flaherty wants them to clear, so allow Camille to bring the ball
Hallie
up.
Roy over to Graver. Moving,
Less
spacing.
than a minute to play,
Good.
Brian.
Nice minutes by Hallie Roy. Coach was not exactly
Not like that
thrilled
shot.
with the decision.
It's a putback by
But it
Molly.
worked. Molly Obar saves potential score run. Molly has been kind of on the spot several times today, offensively and defensively. Shot was up for nice rebound. Nice rebound, Hallie Roy. 26 seconds left, 63-47 Greeley.
Coach didn't like that drive by Hallie, but she's done some nice things when she's been out here.
She did some nice things, and I'm sure he'll talk to her about that, and she'll think about it next time, and that's how you get better. She's on the floor. She wants to make a play.
At the end of the game, absolutely.
Great effort, and here comes.
All right, here comes my favorite
Here
player,
comes
number 32.
Lindsay. Well, I guess we have
We got
lefties.
Cassie Dean, we got Emily Small is back. Emily played some minutes, quality minutes early in the game.
She did. Got some time early. Cassidy Dean has really worked hard on the off season. Cassidy Dean, mother or daughter of one of the best TV personalities in the history of Maine television. I'm slightly biased, but Marnie McLean was just a wonderful turnover. Here comes York. That will be the ball game. 63-47. We'll grab the stats. I'll be right back.
Good job by both teams tonight. 63-47 is our final score. Brian will get the stats and give everybody an update on. He was so be fun to watch these teams develop as the season wears on. I know Coach Flaherty is going to talk about a few things, working the ball, passing the ball a little bit, less dribbling at the end of the game to kind of kill some time. But overall, a great effort by the Greeley Rangers against a very, very good York Wildcat team. Good shooting team, good passing team, run the floor well, good driving team. Really a team that everyone should be looking out for next year when tournament time comes. A young team, only 2 seniors on this club. Pretty big junior class, and 3 freshmen on the varsity. So this will be a team to be reckoned with in the years to come. Brian tallies up the points. I think athletic director Shapiro wants me to get out of the gym as fast as possible. He's already sick of me, I think.
So final score 63-47 for York. Giacoba with 4. Emily Rainforth, I thought she might have had more. 17 points. A lot of them were in the first half, and she's got a good motor. Clara Pavic finished with 18, leading York. And interestingly, I wouldn't have guessed this without seeing the scorebook. They only had 4 players that scored. Kristen LaRue had the other basket for 2. For Greeley, Clement ends up with 31. Graver with 6, Ippolito 4, Molly Obar 13, but boy, some steals, some tips, some rebounds. Kayla Delisle with 7 and a pile of rebounds. So Chelsea Graver, in addition to 6, had a bunch of assists. I don't have those statistics to tell you how many, but she did a great job, and it was interesting and fun. Abby Taylor played a lot of minutes.
She did. She did a lot of great things.
A lot of good things.
There.
Allie Reed got some key minutes.
Yep.
Hallie Roy got some key minutes. Emily Small got some key minutes, and everybody ended up getting in the game. And
Coach went to his bench early.
He did.
He used Emily Small, which was great to see early in the second quarter, and Hallie came in. So that was nice to see, especially at the pace of the game early on. The starters were pretty gassed. We were in a track meet, so it was.
I agree. York did a good job of putting pressure, and I thought there were times that the starters for Greeley were tired, and I don't think it was. I think Coach Flaherty didn't have a choice at times. He had fatigued players, and he had fresh girls on the bench, and he did a nice job of mixing kids in to get key minutes and get the break he needed for some other players. It's nice when you have a bunch of people contributing in different ways, and of course a lot of people talk about points, but defense and rebounds and loose balls and and all those Tommy points are
Yeah, I think of,
there are no great teams that don't have
they
players.
don't have those types of
right,
players.
They don't do those.
Absolutely.
There was no such thing.
Unselfish and but unique scoring. I thought Camille did a great job playing with 3 fouls in the second half. She got she really heated up there and had a nice 3-pointer. One of my favorite plays of the game was where Kayla got that offensive rebound and kicked it right back to Camille, and she drains it right from the foul line.
Great.
So a fun game to watch. And
Kayla had 2 or 3 of those possessions where she tipped the ball, kicked it, kept it alive, and it ended up in a Clement basket or an Obar wide open nice shot. And those are plays that won't show up in the stat sheet, but they were huge. I'm really enjoying watching her play and excited to see about her development going forward.
Well, Brian, we're gonna wrap things up. I think.
You think people are going to be heartbroken when we sign off?
I don't think they're gonna. I think they want us to shut up.
I think they may have already turned us off anyway. From Greeley High School Gym,
2 dads broadcasting.
2 old dude dads broadcasting. Thanks for tuning in and your patience with us, John. It's been a pleasure, and
so much fun, Brian. We'll do it again soon.
I look forward to
We're
it.
getting the hook. All right.
Really old man.
Nice job.
Really old
You were
man.
great. You
That's
were
awesome.
awesome.
Instead of grumpy old man, you're really old.
I like
Really
that.
old man.
All kind of. He's got.